Okay, we're back now with a special edition of Hoda and Jenna's Relationship Dilemmas. Today, we're delving into the phenomenon called cuffing season.
If you have no idea what that is, we are going to explain with the help of 3-Day Rule matchmaker and dating expert Devyn Simone and former Bachelor star and author of Don't Text Your Ex Happy Birthday, Nick Viall.
Okay, before they answer your questions, let's hear a little bit more about modern-day dating.
As temperatures drop around the country, people everywhere are looking to find love. Swipes on dating apps are predicted to increase as much as 30% from October to February. And the season hits its peak around Valentine's Day, as 49% more relationships start around that time. But how to find a partner remains the biggest question. According to a recent New York Times article, traditional courtship is making a comeback, with nearly 80% of people this year reporting emotional burnout with online dating. Is this truly the season of love? Well, only time will tell.
Okay, guys, that was a lot of statistics. But the truth is, statistics don't really predict love. You know what I mean? Are people online dating? Is cuffing season really a thing? Devyn, is
cuffing season really is a thing. I don't know why it has that name. It's terrible. But cuffing season really is a thing, and we're not quite sure why, but there have been studies that have shown a mix of an increase of testosterone around this time of year, a decrease in sun exposure, an increase of those family activities where your nosy aunt is like, well, who are you with? All of that kind of contributes to people wanting to cuddle up and cuff during cuffing season.
We have some viewer questions and dilemmas. But Nick, if people are interested in starting dating, you're in a relationship right now. What's your best, kind of generic advice? How do you get in the game?
I just think you should just keep it simple. It's easy to put a lot of pressure on yourself and think, why am I alone? Comparing yourself to your friends and family. I think if you just kind of have this open mindset, you say yes to things, activities, you get yourself out there, you meet people with kind of like an energy of just, who are open-minded, I think it's a great place to start.
That's what we always say.
Yeah.
Okay, first up, we have Anitra from Natchitoches, Louisiana. She has a question for us.
My question is, now that my child is an adult, how do I get back into the dating world?
How do we start? Dive
right in. Just jump in, Anitra. Celebrate this time for you. Do something that makes you feel good. So, whether it's put on your favorite outfit or switch up your hair, but then go out and be social. So the reason why you want to start with feeling good is because you want to kind of boost that confidence, right? Because it can be a little scary getting back into the dating world. Get social. So it depends on your community because different cities, different places have different things. But you can even start with going to the new local restaurant that's maybe a hot spot. Go during a happy hour or a busier time.
Sit at the bar.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sit at the bar.
Sip a drink.
Keep your body language open and make sure you're making eye contact out and about. Don't sit and huddle on your phone because no one's going to come and approach you. If that doesn't work,
now, what about approaching, Nick? What do you think that women should go up and say, hey, it's nice to meet you? Do you come here often?
Listen, I think we live in a time where people are struggling to find any connection whatsoever. So if you feel something, if you're excited, just go up and approach someone, give them a non-sexual compliment, maybe compliment their smile. Maybe just say, hey, you made my day by running into you. Make it easy for them to respond as opposed to just asking the question, hey, you're hot. Will you go out with me? That's a little intrusive for people. So just make it easy for people to say thank you, and ask your name.
And start a conversation.
I like that. All right, let's hear a question from Lisa. She's from Whittier, California.
Hi, Hoda and Jenna. So I had been dating a guy for a while, and he had to move across country temporarily for work. It's been a little over a year now that he's been gone. We still are in contact, but not together. And I'm just wondering, how long is too long before I should move on?
Oh.
What do you think?
I remember Hoda from a couple weeks ago when we did this. Hoda doesn't like to wait. I agree. I think that a year is a very long time without a game plan, right? So if we know he's coming back in 6 months, cool, we have a plan.
Or what should you just say, hey, are you coming back?
I mean, I think the important thing she said is they're not together. And so this is like that classic situationship, which is becoming more and more prevalent. A situationship is a relationship where you're accepting less than you deserve to be happy in a relationship. And I think that's, it's really common these days. And it's just like, hey, we're not dating, but we're together. So you act like boyfriend and girlfriend, but you don't have the label.
It's all the benefits confusing. Without the commitment.
So you think that she should straight up have a conversation with him?
Communication is key anyway. So have a conversation. What's the game plan here? And if it's not something that works for her, then maybe she should move on.
Yeah, I think she should move on. Okay. Next, Tim. He's from Viejo, California.
Hi, my girlfriend broke up with me after 4.5 years. That was 10 months ago, and now she wants to get back together, but I'm not so sure that I want to. I'm curious to know your thoughts.
That's a very
Nick, you wrote a book that says "Don't text your ex-girlfriend." I feel like you might have some.
Yeah, it's tough. Listen, dating is hard, as we all know, and often what happens when people might break up with us, they find out pretty quickly how challenging dating can be. And the thing about when our ex is coming back that we don't like to maybe see or admit is that they would rather convince themselves that they made a mistake after they realize that maybe dating's a little harder than they imagine. And that's the scary part, because they're very convincing. Oh, I made a mistake. I want you back.
But what if she really did?
What if she just realized, like, I've dated and I realized you're the right one?
But they need to resolve the issues. Whatever caused the breakup, you can't go back into it ignoring whatever led you to that point. Exactly.
Okay.
So he should call her and say, this is what didn't work now that you think can work.
Exactly. How are you different, and how am I different today?
Exactly. And what can we do differently?
Exactly. What's different? What can we work on? Why are you back? Ask the why questions. It'll reveal a lot.
Well, this was good.
That was awesome.
Guys, thank you so much.
Y'all are a good dating pair. Okay.
Dating team.